Real talk now. There are plenty of hidden talents out there just waiting to be discovered, especially when it comes to our children. They usually have no problem letting you know if they have a gift, and that's certainly the case for Malachi Twitty, an amazing 6-year-old who has talent his mother just discovered by chance after her son had a health scare and spent some time in a hospital. Malachi discovered a piano in the lobby of that hospital, and the sound from the keys in his little fingers left everyone, including his own mother, stunned. Now he wants to learn how to play. His story is an amazing one, and we are talking about the magic of music today on Portia. Welcome to the show. Record executive Berry Gordy Jr. said, "I have the ability to find this hidden talent in people that sometimes they didn't even know they had." And boy, oh boy, did he find some talent over the years, right? Hidden talent can be a valuable asset to both the person with the hidden talent and to those around them, even across the world if you use it on the right platform. So I want you today to meet Monique Fanfan and her 6-year-old son, Malachi. An amazing young man who had a hidden talent just discovered this summer, right? Hi, Malachi. How are you?
Great.
Great. It is great to have you. Hello, Monique.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. Tell me about this amazing discovery. What was going on? This was just a few months ago in the summer, right?
Correct. Malachi actually spent some time in the summer in Fort Lauderdale, Florida with his father's side of the family. And in the process of that, we also I have an older daughter who was experiencing some difficulties in the hospital as well. So while Malachi was in Florida, it was a scare for that side of the family. They took him to the doctor a few times, but they couldn't diagnose it.
Couldn't figure out what was going wrong.
Exactly. And so while my daughter was in the hospital, they realized that she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
Okay.
And then as they determined her disease, I realized that's what he was dealing with.
Had some of the same symptoms, the same discomfort.
Yes, but his was more severe than hers.
So you end up coming back home here to Metro Atlanta area.
Flew down to Fort Lauderdale, picked him up, and brought him back to Atlanta. We immediately went to Scottish Rite Hospital, and the
Children's Hospital here, one of the Children's Hospital here in Atlanta.
Correct.
So that experience leaves you in the hospital, getting great care and great treatment.
Correct.
But tell me, at some point you decided to go take a walk down the hall, and what did you discover?
Well, once they diagnosed him with his disease, we were able to get out the room, and we went to the library. In the process of me being in the library with one of our visitors, he went down to the piano, and he just started playing the piano, and we were like,
so wait, what were you thinking when you saw the piano?
I just wanted to play it.
You just wanted to play it? Had you ever played a piano before that day this summer?
No.
So what did you do? Did you just start banging on it, or you started? I think we've got a video of what it was like that first time. Do you remember what it felt like and what it sounded like? Did you know what it was going to sound like? You didn't know? All right. I want our viewers to hear what happened that moment that you sat down at the bench at Children's Healthcare at Scottish Rite. Malachi, you've got to be kidding me. You had never played a piano before. It sounds like you even used the pedals, because I can hear a little bit of the streaming of that harmony. How did you know what to do? Or did you know what to do?
In my brain.
It was in your brain. Of course it was in your brain. Tell me, what did it feel like when you were playing those keys? Because you didn't just go bang, 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 bang. What did that feel like for you?
It felt like that. Wait, what?
What did it feel like? Was it exciting? Were you surprised at what it sounds like when you put your fingers on the keys?
Like, what did the keys feel like?
What did it feel like when you hit it and then that music came out?
It felt like that I knew that I had a good talent, so I can be a good person.
Yes, of course you have a good talent and you're already a good person. But Mom, what were you thinking?
At first I didn't, catch it, but everybody was so amazed by it.
What were the people saying?
They were like, you need to put him on TikTok. He would go viral. He sounds amazing.
Because I think in the longer version, are people asking, is this his first time or how long has he been playing, right?
Exactly. And everybody wants to know if he's ever played before. How old is he? I was like, he's just 6 years old. 6 years old? Yeah, so everybody was raving about him, which caught my attention.
Yeah, but there's not a piano at home, or
no.
But is there one at school?
There's one at school. He said, since then he is played at school with the music teacher.
But tell me what the conversations have been like ever since, because that's been a few months. I know he probably is asking, right?
He still wants to play, and so he go and get infusions at a doctor's office across the street from the hospital. So when he sees the hospital, it reminds him of playing the piano, and so he'd be like, Mom, can I go over there and play? But we never have enough time.
Right, you got to get to the appointment. So tell me about the piano at school. Do you get to play the piano at school?
Sometimes, but not all the times.
Not all the times. Do you want to play the piano at school?
Yes.
Yeah, so sometimes you get a chance and like you get to take a turn and then your friends will get to take a turn. When you're playing, does it sound like what we just heard? When you're playing the keys all the way up and down? That is so impressive. So let me ask you this. I know when you're at school, you're also taking a bunch of different classes, right? Tell me about school. What's it like being a first grader?
It's like that it's like I'm learning a second grade.
You're on a second grade level. So you're doing like second grade math and second grade like spelling and everything else?
No, it's just like I feel like I'm in second grade.
Oh, and you do like to spell though. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not surprised, and I'm sure our viewers aren't either, because you are super smart. Mom, what would that look like to be able to, have you been thinking about like piano lessons? I mean, I know you're busy and you're single mom, other children. What would that look like for you?
It would be exciting for him to have piano lessons, but right now I think the main focus is probably getting a piano to let him play, because it seems as if he has a natural talent.
Right.
So I think the main goal is to get a piano and start there.
And we know that that's not even something that is cheap, right? That's not something that we just go, hey, I'm just going to run. You have to save for that. Does that look like something maybe as a long-term goal?
Yes, exactly.
It's tight though. I get it, right?
I got 3 kids and I'm a single parent, so yes, it's not something.
It's not at the forefront. So it's exciting to at least have that piano at school, right? All right. So we're going to see, maybe the teacher let us play that piano at school a little bit more too. Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, when we come back, we're going to meet composer and pianist Malik Jandali. He is the founder of Pianos for Peace. That's him sitting at that beautiful piano. He's going to join us with a conversation about how important it is to make sure our children are exposed to music, how that helps in their overall well-being and life, and just getting to play the piano in class sometime. You're going to meet Malik when we return. Hey, so you like the show? Then let's connect on social media. Check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok at Portia TV Show. Welcome back to the table. We've been talking to Monique Fanfan and her 6-year-old son, Malachi Twitty, about uncovering Malachi's hidden musical talents. And boy, is he amazing. And joining the conversation now is composer and pianist Malik Jandali. He is the founder of Pianos for Peace. Malik, welcome to the show.
My pleasure, thank you.
And I know you started playing piano as a boy, about this age, 5 years old, at home in Syria, correct?
Correct.
Tell me more.
You know, music has been always a part of my family's life. I always, went to concerts with my parents and pointing out to the stage. I wanted to be on that stage, being a pianist.
Yes.
And here I am, landed a full scholarship to the States and transitioned from being a pianist into a composer. And in 2015, I founded Pianos for Peace here in Atlanta to give back to the community after touring and
because this is what you've spent your life and your career doing. Let me ask you this: was there a piano at home when you first pointed to your on the stage and said, "Mom, Dad, I want one of those"? Was there one?
We did not have a piano at the time. My parents had to save for it, and I remember, I believe my dad sold his car to get us a piano.
Wow.
It was a keyboard actually at the beginning, and then we got the piano, and then I'm forever grateful for my parents' support.
Absolutely. And that is what can be somewhat of an obstacle, right, for when you have children like Malachi and moms like Monique who are like, oh my goodness, there's a gift, there's a talent, but there's sometimes a barrier there. Talk about how important it is for children to be able to have other ways to get their hands on musical instruments and why that helps.
Absolutely. I was born in Germany, so I was exposed to the arts and to piano and music at an early age. But then my parents moved back to Syria, where they're from, and my dad is a doctor. He built a hospital in my hometown. In my hometown, there was no music school.
Wow.
I had to travel an hour and a half every week with my mommy to go and have a half an hour piano lesson when I was a kid. And then when I reached high school and I got old enough, those were my weekly adventures on my own, to take the train or take the bus.
And I have to imagine that is the story of so many families, just really all across the globe, right? That access just to the instrument, to the lessons.
And sacrifice.
And the sacrifice.
Absolutely. We take so many things for granted these days. And even here in Atlanta, so, fast forward, 30 years after touring and being all over the world, from, the Sydney Opera House to Paris to Canada, I realized that our education system lacks music and the arts, especially here in Atlanta.
And let's talk about just what we know about what studying music, playing an instrument, what that does for children, their overall academic success.
Absolutely, it has been proven, exposed to the arts and to the music in particular, students usually excel. They complete college. They get a gainful employment.
And what is it? Is it the right brain left brain activity, the discipline of having to practice?
Art is about searching for beauty and truth. It's connecting to your basic human values, that we sometimes forget. Peace, freedom of expression, American values.
Right.
And it has been proven that people who are heavily engaged in the arts, they actually contribute to their communities. They volunteer.
Monique, I'm curious, did you ever play any instruments? Any musicians in the family?
No, but his father played the drums in church, so I think there's some musician or music in.
The genes are strong.
Right.
The genes are strong. So I have to imagine, were you just like, okay, I cannot believe my son? Because you haven't had a chance to hear him play since, have you?
I have not.
I know that's hard.
Yeah.
I know that is hard. We're going to see. I know there's a piano at the school, and I know that's one that you would like to get to play. You've heard it played, though, right?
Yes.
Yes, and that was pretty cool.
Completely cool.
Completely cool. Completely cool. So, we were able to, wanted to make sure you could at least see a piano here when you were visiting for this episode of this show. Would you like to play a piano?
Yes.
You would? What do you, I know you don't even, do you have some titles in your head? What would you play?
I would play my own music.
Your own music. Have you been thinking about songs that you would like to compose, songs that you would like to write?
No.
You haven't? So you just sit there and it just comes out? Is that common? I mean, it's such a gift.
It is. It's not very common. We are all artists somehow. But the trick is, are we exposed? Do we have the tools? And do we have the nourishment in the environment? Being exposed to a piano at that hospital gave him that spark. And he had that opportunity to share his talent at the time, and I can't wait to hear his own composition.
Yes, this is going to be really exciting. All right, so I think we should hear you play the piano. Are you ready? You think so? Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, so we do have a piano on the set, so you're going to get a chance to hear Malachi play for the first time here on the Portia Show since you saw the piano at the hospital. I'm so looking forward to this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have some good music coming up. Welcome back to this very special episode we are calling The Magic of Music. We are here with 6-year-old Malachi, and we've got Malik from Pianos for Peace, and then Monique,
Yes.
Malachi's mother. You see what we did here? And we had to find a piano for you to play because your mom said that you'd really been missing playing the piano. And so we want to hear, Malik said he wanted to see what it sounds like when you play. All right, Malachi, go ahead. Get adjusted. You can speed it up. Mom, tell me what's going through your mind.
I'm just amazed. Like I have no clue when it comes to playing the piano. But I do know it's one of the hardest instruments to play, so
And-
I think that's miraculous.
Malik, tell me you're the composer and the pianist.
Basically he's expressing himself on the piano. It's very cool.
Wow. So, Malachi, I want to ask you a question. If you want to keep playing, you can. If you want to keep playing faster, you can. But I want to ask you a question. How would you feel about having this piano? Does it sound good?
Yes,
You like this piano?
very much.
Very much? What if I told you that Malik and Pianos for Peace brought this piano for you to take home?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, indeed.
We really appreciate looking.
It's not a joke, sweetie. This is your new piano.
Oh,
How's it gonna fit in the car?
How's it going to fit in the car? You don't have to worry about how it's going to fit in the car. Malik is going to make sure it fits in the car. You can keep playing if you want. This is the work that you do with Pianos for Peace, right? Explain quickly.
Absolutely. We are one of the largest public art displays in the city. We just finished displaying 50 pianos, colorfully painted and designed by local artists.
Wow.
And we donate them to schools and underserved and healthcare facilities and nursing homes. And here we are. This is our gift to you, Malachi, because you are a very talented young boy. You're going to be a good pianist and giving back to the community. And it has your favorite color here, which is orange.
Mom, quickly, how you feeling?
I am so amazed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Portia. I really appreciate you.
My pleasure. Malik, I appreciate
Thank
you
you,
and the work
Portia.
you all do with Pianos for Peace.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Malachi, if you want to play us out, you know what that means? Just play something off the top of that beautiful brain of
something
yours.
really fast.
It's really fast.
Yeah.
And we'll be right
Can I
back.
start off song?
You can do what you want to do, baby.
Very fast.
My heart is absolutely full, and I want to thank Malik Jandali and Pianos for Peace for making Malachi's dreams to play a piano of his own a reality. I have a feeling we are all going to see and hear a lot more from Malachi in the years to come, and that generosity speaks to just what it means to be kind. Be sure to be the reason why someone smiles today.